Hello, I'm Andy Waldridge, and today we're looking at Matthew 13:53 to 58. I'll read it for you. When Jesus had finished telling these stories and illustrations, he left that part of the country. He returned to Nazareth, his hometown. When he taught there in the synagogue, everyone was amazed and said, "Where does he get his wisdom and the power to do miracles?" Then they scoffed. "He's just the carpenter's son. We know Mary, his mother, his brothers, James, Joseph, Simon and Judas. All his sisters live right here among us. Where did he learn all these things?" And they were deeply offended and refused to believe in him. Jesus then told them, "A prophet is honoured everywhere except in his own hometown and among his own family." And so he did only a few miracles there because of their unbelief. So, Matthew starts by reminding us Jesus used stories and illustrations to communicate, easier for people to get hold of. They would have understood fishermen sorting their catch and farmers sorting the weeds from the corn. So, having given them the principle, he is able to talk about the sorting that will happen to us at the end of the world. Clever, eh? So, he goes back home, and as was his custom, he went to the synagogue. That's the place where the Jews met, their church building. And he taught with wisdom and did some miracles, much to the amazement and even consternation of the locals who knew him and his family. "What's the deal? What's going on? He's just the carpenter's son." They couldn't understand the how of what happened. They'd never encountered the living God at work before, so they were offended, like they'd had something bad done to them. They only saw the carpenter's son and couldn't see beyond that. They couldn't grasp the transformative power of Almighty God let loose on earth. And Jesus confirms that people who've known you before God met you, changed you and empowers you, who have watched you grow up, really struggle with the supernatural transformation of your life. It was like that for me. When I met Jesus and gave my life to him, I turned my back on my old way of living and started living to please God, not people. But my dad got really quite upset, called me a religious nutcase and pooh-poohed everything I said and did. However, in the end, God won through, as my dad saw the changes in my life being worked out in daily living. He acknowledged something good had happened to me, and he liked the new me much better than the old. So if that's true for you, or your story is similar, then be encouraged. Don't take offence. Don't get bitter and hold grudges, but keep praying for those around you, for God to open their eyes to see him. Remember, God is in the business of changing hearts. So thanks for listening. I pray you have a blessed and fruitful day.